Welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Francis Ifeacho, and I am an INFJ life coach, an author, a speaker, and also a spiritual teacher. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like button and also subscribe as well to stay updated on video contents. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. I welcome you back. And in this video, I'll be sharing, making videos on my life experiences, and as well as making videos on several spiritual topics as well. And the topic for today is the fear of death. Do you fear dying? Um, some people might have a strong fear of death, and some might not. And if you do have the fear of death, I totally understand. At some point, I used to fear dying myself back when I was a teenager myself. But I had a spiritual awakening when I was 19, when I was 18 and a half, going to 19 years old. And when I awakened to who I am and who I am in the real sense, which I'll explain in a short while, I no longer fear death. And the reason being that we are not just human beings having who happen to have a soul. So this the body that you can feel is not the real you. The real you happens to be your soul's essence that is having a human experience. So pretty much we are souls having a human experience, and we are souls who have chosen to incarnate here on earth at this time to have a human experience. So once you understand that, and also understand the fact that the soul is immortal, meaning that it never dies. It lives on forever. It's eternal, meaning that the soul was alive prior to you being born. The day you were born is not the start. There's a start. It's not the start date of your existence. You existed prior to your being born, and after all is said and done, and the body passes away, the soul keeps on living, and it goes on back to the afterlife where it came from. So this video is to dispel the fear of death. That death is nothing to be feared. That it's actually a transformation of from the earth plane to the afterlife plane where we all come from. So what we consider as birth here is actually considered death in the soul realm, because the soul leaves that realm and is born into this lifetime. And then what is considered death here is being born in the afterlife, because now you live and you transition back into the afterlife where we come from. So when you understand the fact that we are souls having a human experience and we are here to learn and grow for a while, and after which we transition back into the afterlife, then that fear of death starts to gradually dissipate, and you start to understand that it's only a transformation, and life, we're only meant to be here for a short while, however long that might be, say 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, or 60 years, however long you were meant to be here on earth. Life on earth was never meant to be permanent, because life is an earth school where we all choose to come to experience and grow and learn and make what we call mistakes here in earth language, because in the afterlife, or from the soul level, there are no mistakes. And every experience is meant to teach us, even what we call the good and the bad ones, because we can only appreciate the bad experiences if we have the good ones, and vice versa. And we can only get to appreciate the light if we experience darkness, and vice versa. And everything, it's a universal law that everything in the universe exists in duality. So we have light and darkness, we have cold and heat, we have joy and or happiness and sadness and things like that. So you only get to appreciate each one by experiencing the opposite of that particular thing itself. So this video once again is to dispel the myth or the fear of death. Death is nothing to be feared. If you have a strong fear of dying, hopefully this video gets to shed some light, and to actually dispel that fear as well from you, that myth that it's something to be feared. And I will speak from experience. When my mother passed away, I was 20 years old when my mother passed away from breast cancer. And I was born in the Christian faith, and she was a very, very strong Christian. So when she was alive, and especially when when she was alive, she had a strong zest and desire to live, which is normal. We all do. And when she got diagnosed with breast cancer, she would always say that she would live, that she would never pass away from the cancer, that she would survive it, and that she would live for 100 years, because she had this very strong fear of dying, which a lot of us do have, because we don't know what to expect once we pass away. And I made a video in one of my previous videos about what to expect once you pass away. Just in case you were curious, you can always go back in my videos and watch that video. I believe it's titled "The Afterlife." So, something very supernatural happened the day my mother passed away. So, like I said, she always had this very strong desire to live and a very strong fear of death. But something supernatural happened the day she passed away. I wasn't home when she passed away. Her brother was with her in the house. So she passed away at around 4 p.m. on a Saturday, on a weekend. And she had passed away from breast cancer. And the weeks leading up to her passing, she had a lot of pains from the breast cancer because the cancer spread from the right breast to the left one across her chest. And she was so much in pains, and she was always dehydrated. So she always wanted water to drink and things like that. But on that particular day on Saturday, she was just unusually quiet and just sleeping more and more peaceful. And her brother thought that, oh, maybe she's getting better now. Like today, she's no longer crying out for water or things like that. And then he would check up on her regularly every now and then. But then at around 4 o'clock, he goes into her room to check up on her. And then he noticed that she was still, and that she was lifeless. He called out to her, and she did not reply him. And then he rushed to her, and then he starts trying to shake her and move her to see if she could wake up. And he was calling out her name and things like that. And after a few minutes, my mother opened her eyes. And guess what she told him? She told him, look, I was just in a very beautiful place now, a place so beautiful that I've never seen all my life here on earth. And you're bringing me back here. So please let me go and tell my kids goodbye. And then my mom raises her hand, and then she waves at him, and then she drops her hand. And then he shakes her and shakes her and shakes her and shakes her, and then she doesn't wake up again. And I find this story to be very, very intriguing because my mother was someone that had such a strong passion to live. And she had this fear of death that eventually, when she passed away, she didn't even look twice. Because when she saw where she was going, and it looked nothing like where compared to what her entire life on earth had been. Nothing, no amount of joy and excitement here on earth comes close to what she had experienced. And then she just she moved on. She not even thinking twice. And we all miss her till today. And but I just wanted to share this experience and this taught me about the fear of dying, and that dying is not something to be feared. Um, and for some people, and I forgot to mention too that the day she passed away, suddenly she was calling out for her mother who had also passed away, and she was a school teacher as well. And she had a favorite student that was very close to her that took her as a mother that had passed away years before from an unexpected accident that happened in school where a school bus hit her or ran over her, and then she passed away. So, and my mom, that the death of that little girl had pained her so much because they were very close, and my mother was her teacher in school. So on the day she passed away, that morning she was calling out to her mom, like she was speaking to her mom right there, but we could not see her, and she was calling out that student as well, and some other people that had passed away. And it's often said that at the moment of passing, in order to ease the crossing over process, that some past some relatives who may have passed away tend to show up for the to welcome that soul to help ease their transition back into the afterlife. So they're there to help them, especially if they had a very strong fear of death, to help assuage their fears and help with with easing their transition process for them. So on that day, my mother was calling out for her mom and the student and some other relatives that have passed away. And that experience was very interesting because, like I said, my mom was someone that would not even think twice about dying. She was like, "No, I'm going to live till 100 years old." But she passed away at 47 from breast cancer. And the day she passed away, and when she got a glimpse of where she was going, she never looked back. And it's such an inspiring story. So, and I'm sharing this story, here to help you. If you have a strong fear of dying, dying is nothing to be feared. It's only a transformation. We are souls having a human experience. We chose to come here for a specific period of time, and once that time is up, um, the body passes away, and then the soul moves on back into the afterlife. And hopefully, this video gets to inspire you. And if you have any comments, please leave your comments in the comment section. And if you are a new subscriber, once again, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.